Well, good morning everybody, and happy Mother's Day to all of your mothers or anybody who does mothering. Hope everybody's having a great day. Lovely, lovely weather up here at the lake this weekend. I got to have both my boys up here with me and went out to Indian Head Supper Club, which is a really cool little supper club that was built in 1934 by Balsam Lake. And it's all the linen tablecloths, and they have a piano player and you have cocktails. But I mean, since it's a lake place, you can come either in whatever you have on or shorts or dressed up or whatever you want. It's one of those places. And I'm sorry if I'm a little shaky this morning because I'm just hand holding my camera because I don't have a tripod up here. Yeah, I got a little teeny mini one I'll bring up here at some time so we can do coffees or teas up here, right? So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I thought I'd just give you a quick little walk through on my camper and do a little show you a little update. So just a quick little morning coffee stroll, I guess, up here at the lake. So let's take a look and see what I've done. Not a lot, and I still got some more to do, but I like to keep you abreast of what I'm doing. So here we roll. Well, already we're walking in the back door of my camper, and I brought up my vintage chenille bedspread and put that on my queen bed, and bought a whole new set of sheets from it. That, you know what, nothing better than have a nice set of sheets right to sleep on. And then I got my vintage, they're called either camp blankets or camping blankets, but it's a really thin cotton, and these are old vintage ones. But it's nice because it's nice to have just a light something on your bed, even up in the summertime, because it gets a little bit cool up north in the at nighttime and stuff. So, and I'm not doing too much back here, because I thought I don't want too much clutter. So here's my little vanity area, pretty much how you saw it last time. Decided to take some more stuff, so I got a little area right there with all my my makeup and whatnot, and I keep my up north makeup up north, so I don't have to haul stuff back and forth, or you forgot this or that. You have everything you need for the season. So I'll have a full supply of whatever I need up here, and at the end of the season I'll just chuck it because it's almost gone and it's been sitting up here and whatnot. So that's just my little vanity area. And here's my little vanity chair that I was going to use for my vanity area. You just put a long pillow on that. That is not a long pillow, neither is that vintage either. But I use that for, I decided, is to set my little suitcase on. I have one that, and it's not vintage, but it rolls up and it's compact. It'll fit on there just right, just so it's out of the way. So I really do not need a stool, because if you see the distance between the bed and where the vanity area is right there, there is not a lot of room there. So I'm going to bring a little stool up that I'm going to set over here on the side and use it for like a nightstand, and maybe a stool if I want it. But really, you can kind of sit on the bed. It's not quite close enough, but you know, it's not far enough away where you can't use it. So, and both of my closets on either side of the vanity have these mirrors too. So there's plenty of get ready area in here. So this is pretty much done. I brought my little teeny vintage fish plates up here, and I hung them up above the one side window that overlooks the backwater. Maybe I'll show, and I'll tell you something right now. My windows are not washed yet. I have not got that far. But here's my view out my back window. So when I get up in the morning, this is my lovely view of the backwater, Fox Creek, and some trees. And there's my boys' canoe and stuff. There used to be a camper back over that away, but they're not going to put one in because that's such a steep little area there. So this is my morning view. I just love that. Put that back down. And then my side window here that looks out to the backwater. And if I look over that way, over the porta potty, but I gotta show you where the porta potty is now. I'm pretty excited about that. So this is just my back room, and this is pretty much done. I might bring up a couple more vintage pillows that have blue and pink and green in it, because I kind of like to have it kind of coordinate. You know, that's blue, and there's absolutely no blue in the pink, so I might get just a couple cute little vintage throw. And here's one of those, another one of those little camp. They're just like a really thin cotton. A little blue, pink, green throw pillow, just to bring all the colors together back here. So that's it. So just my little vanity chair is my little suitcase holder. You gotta have somewhere to put your suitcase. And then I'll bring my little stool up, and then I'll show you that when I come up. So otherwise, this is pretty much done in the back room. I'm pretty pleased with it. And the bathroom vanity area, excuse me, the bathroom vanity area is just staying as is. Keeping it minimalist like that. And the shower is exactly the same with my little pin-up curtain. And I decided just to keep it real simple and not clutter things up. And then I got a little storage under the sink in here, but not much. But I have, it's gonna get dark. Oh, I got a light here. I keep forgetting where all the lights are in this place. I got this closet, and I have my folding chairs because I got that vintage folding chair set, you know, card table set for if it's raining outside, we want to play cards inside. And if we go through one whole season that we do not use this folding table and chairs, not even once, I will take it out of here because it's just using up all my closet space. And then I keep my curling iron in here and my blow dryer, my little vintage, you guys probably remember these little vintage blow dryers. It's got little attachments and stuff on it too. So I keep that in here so it's kind of tucked up and out of the way. And then I'll show you the bathroom. It's not too exciting in there. It's just a stool, but whatever. You can see it. Got a little pink rug to match my little chenille floor rug that I have here. And then it's just nothing fancy. Open cabinet for toiletry stuff. Stool. That's it. But I guess you want to see what it all looks like. So that's the toilet area. As I show you my little kitchen area. This is what I'm so pleased as punch about. And I'm sorry my windows are not washed yet. That's on the list. Remember I told you last time, oh, look at this lovely view. And then if you looked out this window when I'm sitting and having breakfast, the porta potty used to sit right smack dab right there in the middle. Great big blue TARDIS porta potty. It's gone. They moved it. I'm so happy so I can sit. This is exactly where I would sit for breakfast. Here's my little... And that's what me and my son had for Mother's Day breakfast this morning. Zach was here this morning and we had a lovely pot of red rose tea and English muffins because we had such a large dinner last night. So that's what we had. So anywho, so this is my view now. Oh, isn't that beautiful? No more porta potty. But if you keep cranking, it's way back there in the boonies now. So even if I'm here, you kind of see out the corner of your eye, but it's not so bothersome. So I'm sitting here and this is where I'm in the far end of the booth. So that's my whole morning breakfast view. I love it. So, remember I told you I wasn't going to rip off the cornices and I didn't, so this is what I did. I tacked on my vintage valances to the cornices because these are like, they got some type of foam in them. So I just took little yellow straight pins like this and I just tacked the valance onto the top part, which is right here. This is a hard cornice underneath it. Just tack that all the way around, and it kind of brings in, you remember this denim blue, but it kind of all goes together. It's got some blue in it, kind of brings it all together. So this is my dining room area. Right here, my little breakfast nook. So I have on both the windows there, I have the matching valances there. And then the curtain part is, remember I used that for the back of the seating because they were big enough to use for that. I have not gotten them permanently pinned on there yet. I'm not going to sew them on, I'm just going to pin them on. But then I went and just got bed sheets, breakfast crumbs. I just got bed sheets that pulled out the color in here, that blue, and I found a pair of clearance full-size bed sheets for $7. So I got the flat to fit in the pillowcase, and it works perfect. So it brings kind of all the colors together and it brightens it up over here, and it's not that ishy, dark, blue, 90s floral stuff. So that's what I did on both sides. So that's the whole little breakfast area with the valances. Can't back up any further. Valances and a little tablecloth and the whole seating area. So I'm pretty pleased as punch as that. So that's done. I'm not doing nothing else. Remember, I'm going to kind of keep this simple. And I showed you the little bar area last time. I got it a little more organized for my cocktail stuff and just a few. It's not going to be a great big huge, sorry about that, fest of liquor up here. You only need a few nice beverages and stuff. My glassware, and then there's my vintage toaster that a girl that I used to work with, mother had it in their cabin, and they were, getting out the cabin and cleaning it out and making it their own. And she said, "Hey, I got this vintage toaster." Yep, thank you. So I got that little vintage toaster that fits right on the bottom there. So that's just my little bar area with everything, with all my stuff in Bloody Mary mix and my ice bucket and glassware, my little toaster. So that works really good. And because who doesn't like to see what's in people's cupboards, right? So I'll show you what's in my kitchen cupboards. And I already kind of put my little 3M hooks there. I'm going to put a little piece of artwork there. And I'll show you when I bring it up. I don't know what yet, in the bar area. And I got a little hook here for something. I'll figure out, I'll find something to put in there. So this used to be a place for a wash and dryer back in the day. But somebody put cupboards in it. Or counters, or yeah, cupboards in it. So I just left them as is because they're good enough. And then I just put some nice It's not the sticky kind, it just sits there. Contact paper just to brighten it up in there and lighten it up. So put that on the top shelves, and then I had some nice, because all the pots and pans are up here on the top shelf. So you want them, this stuff is like no slide. So I found some placemats from Target, and they're just kind of, I don't even know if you can see them, but they're just silly summer placemats, but they're real slick, slippery. I don't know if you can hear that. So the pots and pans slide around and they're really easy to get in there. So there's my pots and pans, a few vintage, a few not vintage, little storage area. And these cake pans I'm using to store all of my, oh now I can't get it open because I just shut it, silverware, utensils and all that to keep them nice and fresh and clean in case critters get in here. An old vintage crock pot back there, which works, and we use that. And then just miscellaneous storage and food. And then I have one tote in there that's for dry goods to keep them, you know, critter free. And then our little garbage can, because I want one that fit in there but had a lid. So that works really nice. So that's my whole little cupboard area, and that's all done from top to bottom. It's always nice to see. Alright, so this is the kitchen area. I've been holding on to these forever because I thought someday I'll find a use for those. And those are just like little thermal cups, but they're great for coffee or for tea or something cold, but they're just cute little 1970s thermal cups. And this already had that place for little, I'm sorry, you can't see that, little hooks there already for them. And I'm like, oh, none of my cups fit. I'm like, wait a minute. I have that set that I put away somewhere. Where are they? Put those there. My coffee pot, which makes, this stove gets so hot, it will make a pot of percolated coffee like in 5 or 6 minutes. I'm not kidding you, it's crazy. So, and then my little soup, vintage little soup, Campbell's soup ad that I framed that I really don't have any wall space, so I just stuck it right there. It's glass so I can wash it off. It gets battery and stuff. And then, what's that? It is a mouse trap. I think we got all the critters out of here, but and that one I like because you can release it, get the icky mouse out of it when it's gone, and you don't kind of touch anything, supposedly. I've never used these before. We'll see if they work, but I'm going to be prepared just in case there's critters up here. So this is my kitchen valance, and this was a set that I had in my old up north vintage camper, and it's just another valance, and it's kind of, the tacking came off, that I got pinned up there also, but still but this is cotton. The other ones are kind of a different type of slick cotton, where these are just a cotton. Maybe I could turn the light on so you guys can see it. Oh, sorry. So I just tacked that up there on that valance because I just want to keep that little farm theme. And I came across this somewhere for like $1. And look at, see, take a look at the pattern. Cute, cute, right? Then I found this little tin. Can you believe that? How close that is? It matches so close. The little farm stuff. It matches that. So I got that on my counter. I'll back up. And you're like, where is your TV set, Mary? Well, this is what happened. I'll tell you the story. I was shampooing my carpets, and I got them like 80% done, right? And then I smelled something hot and something blue. So I'm like, oh, Lord. Changed the outlet, did it around and stuff, and then all of a sudden, not the outlet I was using, but this outlet quit working. Because the cupboard outlet, oh, I think it's a mess up here, but that's okay. There's a cupboard outlet way in the back. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what the microwave plugged into, which doesn't work. So we jerry-rigged and cut a hole up there to run the cord through to plug it in there with the TV. Oh, Lord. So, we did that. Then after I shampooed and my shampooer has died, the whole thing got fried. Oh, Lord. Buy another one, right? So, because we have puppies, you gotta buy them. So we're like, oh, it died, dang it. And my brother goes, well, how did you recheck it? I'm like, well, we tried it and it doesn't work. He goes, yeah, but that's a what is it, protected outlet. So if it overloads or overheats or something, it automatically pops off. Let it set for a half hour, and that should work again. Well, sure enough. Well, that was after the fact that we moved the TV and everything, right? So when we thought that was a dead plug-in and we couldn't do anything else, we moved the TV over to this area. Right, so we got the TV there now, and I'm like, it isn't going back, because I tell you what, I like to have this little breakfast for, like, preparing stuff, set my toaster on. Somebody can sit here, excuse all my travel stuff there. Somebody can sit there and have a cup of coffee or, something to eat or a drink or whatever, just another seating area. And then that garbage, which is right there, which is not a very good spot, I don't know where to put it yet, is for cans and aluminums and stuff. So people recycle. Everybody throws it out, and then I end up picking all the stuff out of the garbage can, which I'm sure that you guys have done before. So my bedroom's pretty much done. I'm just going to bring up a little stool or something. I'll show you what I bring up. And the bathroom's pretty much, because I want to keep it kind of, I don't want it to get too cluttered up here. You know, you start bringing more stuff and like, oh, somebody will say, hey, I found this for you or that for you. Be great up at the camper. I don't want any of this stuff. I want to put my own stuff in it. And like I said, I took half my stuff back last time. And I just want the essentials in here. Even all of these little... oh Lord, booths underneath, there's all storage under there. Under that, under my queen bed, it's all storage. And I don't want to keep anything under there. I want to keep it all empty because it's just more stuff you accumulate, more stuff you don't need, more stuff for things to get into in the fall and the winter. So, this is the living room area. Remember I said it's kind of patriotic and nautical themed. That's my interpretation with a splash of vintage with up north. It's all together. So here are my balances for this area. So these are old and they're, you know, they're nautical, but they're like old vintagey. What am I looking? What am I, like Liberty, like colonial. Oh Lord, I couldn't find the word, sorry about that. So they are nautical and colonial looking, but they're the red, white, and blue theme, but they're kind of an off-white with some browns in it. But it ties everything, I think, it ties everything together. So I have that on my one above the couch area, and then I had one over here, and I did the same thing. I just put them up there, and then I just use straight pin. And why do you got yellow pins that show? So if they get dropped, I know where they are, or if I need to take them down to wash them, it's easy to find all the pins. And you don't notice that. I mean, you don't notice that little yellow pin. It's just easier for use of later. So that is that window. So this is the whole little area. And if you remember or not, but back here, I had all those stars that I had gotten at clearance. They were just wooden, kitschy. I got rid of them all. I thought, I don't need these. And they were wood, so I burnt them in my fire pit. So I just kept, you know, my little vintagey bears, my can I found, and there's a picture. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of reflected. That's a picture of my dad up here fishing. So I'm just going to keep this just for a few little kitschy things that mean something. Oh, sorry, I'm moving the camera so fast. For me, in that area. And then this area, we moved the TV to. So it's all kind of, you know, you got your wires and all that and stuff. But this was just a little shelving unit that wasn't really used for anything, so we moved it there, and I decided it is staying there. It's going to stay there because I need a little bit of counter space, and it's nice to have the extra seating area. So I have that, and then I just hung up another little wall plaque I had here. I just use those little 3M, and it's nice now because it used to be they had clear, but they were white on the back, but now they're clear and clear tape. So I kept that one, and I kept this one, and then my sun bedroom, which will stay exactly how it is, and then just a little Krieger knives little plate. Like I said, his bedroom will stay just as it is. I got that great deal on that $79.99 microfoam, not microfoam, what's it called? Memory foam mattress, which will come in next week. So that's why it's a mishmash of everything right now. The mattress, and I got a sheet set for it and all that. And then this is just going to be, because you have to be pretty lightweight up here to sleep. None of us are. So this is just going to be storage. We're going to use that up here. My son has got his TV and all his accoutrements that a young gentleman needs. And then once the mattress comes, all this paraphernalia will be out of here. And then this long closet, I'll show you what's in there, is just for our like beach towels, fishing rods. You got to have a place for those, and miscellaneous stuff, because it's a nice long skinny closet, which I just love. So everything fits up in there. And then back in the cupboards back here, I decided to keep this as my storage. Well, when we go whining up here, if you bring your own glasses, it's only half off. So that's what those are for. And then over here, I'm just keeping my decorative stuff, because, you know, when it is the holidays, you have all your decorative whatnot that you like to get out. So that's this cupboard. And if it doesn't fit in here, it doesn't get put up. I'm not going to get any more than I have here. So that's all that area. So just a couple more things to do. Clean my windows. I bought a new drape, which looks exactly like the old drape almost, but the colors went with everything, and they were way too long. And I don't have a sewing machine anymore. So what I did was I just folded them over so that the length was what I wanted to the floor. I just folded it over the rod here, and then I just safety pinned it. So, and it works great. And I think it looks just fine. Like I said, it's pretty much the exact same one it was there as that denim blue, but decided to kind of keep that because it kind of ties everything in together with, you know, the blue rugs and scatter rugs. And we picked up a little white mat and then one outside, out my dirty window. It's out there because everybody was dragging in mud. brother Donnie walked through my camper, left a trail of mud. Oh Lord, I wasn't a happy girl. So anyway, so that is my camper. I'll give you one last little spin around. So my little entertainment area, living room with my little nautical theme, my dining room area, which is kind of the bright, fun, dancing folk farm theme, little bar area, and I will eventually get a little picture to hang up there. And then, of course, my little kitchen area over here, which is the farm theme also, with my lovely large countertops, which are going to stay that way, everybody. So that's it for the inside of the camper. So thank you for coming over, and thanks for going on my little mini redecorating tour of my camper up north and stuff. Like I said, I only have a few more little teeny things to do, make 2 or 3 little pictures, and I got some of my dad's artwork because my dad is a folk artist, and I'll bring that up, and a little stool for my back bedroom with a little, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, and then I'll finish off that little bed area. So I probably only have one more little interior tour up here just to show you all the little finishes of everything I did, and I really enjoy sharing everything with you. And if you guys see something when we're going on the little tour and you got a good little storage idea or a cute little decorating idea, or you think, oh, you know, it'd be a good idea if Mary did this or that, or why did you put this, please comment below, because sometimes, you know, you're so into what you're doing, you kind of like don't have a bigger picture of somebody who's like looking at it for the first time. And the ideas are great, and if you would share them, I would greatly appreciate it. So like I said, everybody have a lovely Mother's Day. Thanks for coming over until we either have a morning coffee, and I consider this kind of a little morning walking coffee because I was having my coffee before I talked to you, but I cannot hold my camera, walk, and talk. I'm not that coordinated, and I don't have enough hands. So everybody have a lovely Mother's Day, like I said, until we have a little mini tour or we have coffee again. Take care, everybody. Bye.